When it comes to talking about Marvel Studios, and specifically when it comes to talking about what is happening between all the universes, and specifically the involvement of Spider-Man, there are some things that are very apparent that Marvel Studios is not allowed to do, such as use Tom Holland's Spider-Man beyond their contract. Obviously, because it's a contract, so let's get to that. Now, when it comes to contracts, I can't believe I have to explain this, but let's go over this. Let's say you're given 3 appearances by Marvel Studios, and Sony, your parent company, has agreed to that. If Marvel Studios invites back Tom Holland, and he accepts to be voicing Spider-Man in a 4th Marvel Studios project in What If, that is a breach of contract, and Sony would legally destroy and absolutely demolish Disney into the ground with the lawsuit. Now that I've explained that, do you guys understand why Marvel Studios is not using Tom Holland in What If? I think that makes it very clear. He's contractually obligated for Marvel Studios for a certain amount of projects, and chances are Sony is not going to want to extend that with Marvel Studios beyond what they're currently planning with the character, and Marvel Studios has a certain amount of set ideas that they're going to use him in, and that's that. Going beyond that could be troublesome, and at the same time, these legal contracts between these companies are even more complex when it comes to 2 companies sharing the same actor for various different plans in the future. So just to be safe, Marvel Studios decided not to do that, and they couldn't even legally, if they wanted to, bring him back as Spider-Man, because again, Sony contractual obligations. And I know people will say, but it's animated, and yes, that's true, it is animated, but legally he would then be the same version. Remember, we've talked about this before in regards to contracts. Everything that happens in the MCU, Sony can never own. So whenever they decide to use Spider-Man in the Venomverse and it's Tom Holland, he can never reference or feature any of the MCU characters. So no Ned, no MJ, none of those actors can appear in the same roles. That's just how it is. And as I mentioned in another video, chances are this is just a different variant, a new take on Spider-Man that has the potential to grow into his own character, and I think that's even more exciting. Sure, would it be cool if it was Tom Holland? Yeah, but I also can't wait to see some of the other actors that aren't returning as their characters. You know, whether they were legally not coming back as those characters, or contractual-wise for whatever reason, or they just couldn't fit into their schedule, because automatically we've expanded the MCU into new versions of these characters, new variants. That's so exciting. And the Marvel Studios Sony case just so happens to be very much legal problems that neither side wants to piss the other one off, so just better hang back and not piss the other one off.